Did you all talk about the memes and the slander about Mihawk being a fraud because of the fact that
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that.
Hey man, at this point it's whatever. Mihawk's like out of the top 20 now. It is what it is.
Apparently,
No, it's well established.
The
Mihawk's not top 10.
the meme that's going around is that since Boa acted this way during this chapter, and he has maintained like some sort of personality, like Mihawk running away is also a part of his personality, because he ran to go take out like weaker enemies, and then afterwards like we just see him getting captured along with the other Seraphim.
So S-Hawk ran away to fight somebody else, and then that's part of his nature. That's just who he is.
It's the postpone in his genes.
Yeah.
I think Brago's helping perpetuate this also, to where it's like, well, I mean, you're not immune to it either, Cole. We got to get, I mean, there has to be ways of getting Mihawk as far away from Shanks as humanly possible. So
listen, it's not, for me, it doesn't matter. Like, Shanks is already in that spot. He's been there for a long time. Like, it doesn't change anything.
Shanks is rank 0. Everyone else starts at rank 10.
Mihawk is where he was, and Shanks is right where he was. That has never changed. I don't care. Like,
Cole's top 30 list is actually 0 to 39 because he puts Shanks at 0 and everybody else starts at 10.
The only question was Shanks able to gap the rest of the verse? Do some niggas need to catch up? And right now, it seems to be the case where it's like, yeah, Shanks is kind of like, would it surprise me if Shanks is gonna get, let's say after all these events happen, after beating Kid, after finding out that they have the giant pirate under his wing, he gets like a bounty rise to like 5 point some odd billion. Yeah. Absolutely, guaranteed.
Or he can fight.
Absolutely.
Or he can fight. Or he could fight Roger and Whitebeard 2v1. Yeah, I gotcha.
I mean, don't say that. I mean, like I said before, it's that to me it was pretty apparent that he's one of the 3 niggas that may be the final fight in the story. That's it. Him or Blackbeard or Emu. That's it. That's really not a Kainu. I think that's kind of out the window anymore. I don't think it's gonna be Garling. That's gonna be kind of weird. Not like a play where Dragon is actually like the main villain, and no, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be just one of the. I mean, there are theories out there, but I would just say that's gonna be the final fight. It certainly won't be Zoro versus Mihawk. That it's got to be Luffy versus somebody. Period.
We just need we need Shanks versus someone, and Shanks struggles, but then the Lord of the Coast shows up and spits out Shanks's arm. He grabs it midair, reattaches it, and all of a sudden he gets a massive power up. End of series.
That's
and
hard.
then he
We're talking.
That's hard.
Well, see, the problem with that theory is that it all falls apart when the very first thing that you ask for is someone who makes Shanks struggle.
What do you mean?
Darling, his dad. There you go.
So Buggy.
No.
Buggy's
gonna go through a massive hockey awakening. He's going to not only he's gonna have not only hockey awakening and hockey blooming, but also he's gonna have death awakening too at the same time. Buggy's going through a major training cycle with Mihawk and Crocodile now.
It's like
so he's gonna come out. So hockey train with Mihawk, death train with Crocodile. Perfect train for these 2 guys. And so he's gonna come out pretty much be able to, like, say, he'll chop like an entire fleet, like, at will. Like, he can telepathically cut their ships all in half. Absolutely.
Remember,
like, he's actually doing Oppenheimer's ship easily. Of course.
If Buggy beat Shanks, you would drop the manga the next day.
But Buggy is like Frieza. 2 weeks.
Buggy is going to be the strongest character in the story. Guaranteed.
Wait, he doesn't need training. What if he just goes through like what happened in the recent series of Demon Slayer? He has like a split personality that just switches on. He's like actually a nasty guy.
He has the Libe. Let's go. I'm cool for that. Yeah, he has a Libe that activates all his shit. Like, yo, by the way, like, I'm your inner Buggy, and I'm actually I'm a stud. Like, this is the Buggy that was with Roger. Like, what Roger saw, why he took me on the trip in the first place. Like, his inner Ichigo, his inner Buggy comes out.
Like a hollow.
Like,
hollow Buggy.
And then, and by the way, on top of all that, we're gonna find out that his daggers that he used for his gloves, they're actually all Meito. They're actually all supreme grade daggers that were crafted by Shimosuke Kozaburo himself when he was at his prime. Not when he was at his prime. A peak Kozaburo. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Well, you can't tell me that it's not a coincidence that he also, like, his one other weapon is bombs.
Yes.
And his devil fruit is splitting things.
Yes.
He's for sure, like, he's gonna level up and just have one crazy attack.
Do you think that Shanks is gonna recruit him though?
No.
No.
I want Buggy's awakening to be something that sounds super lame on paper, but is actually like devastating. Like something like he can lift his feet in the air now. But it like actually makes him crazy strong somehow.
Like okay. So like let's say like his thing is called like the cutting board, and then he can chop anything on the cutting board or some bullshit.
The main expansion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Domain circus. Let's go.
Domain
I was gonna
circus.
say,
That would look
man,
sick.
like,
The best part is like his old crew, like I think his name is Richie, Comedy, all those guys get major buffs. So they're gonna come out like easy, like King Law 5 level plus. They're gonna be studs.
It's a beacon, like
They're gonna be studs.
I mean, you know, we need someone to get rid of the red lines, and you know, if Buggy can just split
Cut it down, yeah.
in half. Hey,
Let's
Well,
go.
you can have some good drugs there in Long
I'm ready.
Island, don't you, my man?
I'm
It's
ready.
possible for Buggy because his awakening, it's like a paramecia type. So he could probably split apart locations or
Yeah.
surroundings.
So like he does like what what Meliodas does, and he grabs a twig, he enhances the twig with hockey, he chops the entire red line in half, and then all the Gorosei shook, Garling shook. Buggy walks over to the actual empty throne. Emu sees him, takes the fucking knee.
Don't let it happen again. Bend the knee.
My liege, I'm waiting for you. Like he does the full like Caesar Cobra shit. Like he has his palms outstretched. Like my liege, we're waiting for you.
Yo, I was holding the
Fuck
crown
yeah.
for you for your return.
Yeah, I was giving one for you, sir.
He slicks his hair back. He slicks his
I
hair
mean,
back.
you know,
like
Hair
Eisen.
back, Eisen style.
you know, if Buggy can split things in half, maybe what they're digging for on the moon is like right in the center, and Buggy goes to the moon.
Bro, what if Buggy actually,
man.
what if Buggy actually had a crazy play where he did some Voldemort shit way back when, and he just realized it, where he actually split his, he had his own personalities before in the past, and he chopped them up into pieces, and they're actually being stored in the froze room that Emu guards. So Emu's actually guarding Buggy's personalities.
No.
So when he comes back, they'll go to him immediately, and he'll come like all powerful.
No.
Buggy.
Oh, Cole, are you gonna make a video on this?
No.
In the
I'm watching
second
this. This is
quarter,
amazing.
Are we assembling his personalities like
we got Captain
Exodia?
Dragon Pleasure, which obviously is where Uranus is.
True.
An
And
hour-long
Buggy is
piece video.
Buggy is the one person that Uranus will actually follow its commands, or not even that. It'll be Uranus and the ancient giant. The ancient giant was come to Holy Land looking for the parts of Buggy that already existed there, because Buggy was the chosen one. He was the Neo of the verse.
Bika, dude. Bika,
I mean, hey,
the clown
you know,
god.
Bika, let's go. Fuck
Bika,
Bika,
the clown god.
Yeah.
Maybe Emu is just a piece of Buggy. That broke
is
off
true.
long ago.
Yes, he's Emu. Yeah, he's Buggy's dark side. Right.
What's the difference between a king and a horse?
If it has a red nose or not. Easy. Done.
Exactly.
How did this happen? How did this happen?
Yeah, it's Buggy piece. Yeah.
Look,
good.
like I'm sorry that we're unearthing the plot of One Piece early.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Buggy was
100%,
main
100%, guys.
And we just realized that.
Joking about Buggy is easy because it's fun to do, and you know it'll never happen.
Bye bye.